Welcome to the Lakers Nation news feed. My name is Trevor Lane, senior writer for LakersNation.com. Joining me today is Hannah Kulik from Lakers Nation. Hannah, thanks so much for hopping on here.
Thank you for having me on, Trevor. It's always so fun to be on and talk everything basketball with you guys.
Yeah, today we're going to be talking about a couple of things. LeBron James' first appearance in a Lakers uniform, and we're going to talk a bit about the schedule that has been released. I guess let's start with LeBron. I'm pretty fired up about this. It was pretty surreal to see LeBron James wearing a Lakers uniform. That's why I had to go ahead and put on my LA Braun shirt. You can get your own over at the LakersNation.com store where you can find everything Lakers. But Hannah, what was your take on it? He posted it to Instagram. He's wearing the purple and gold. It's the throwback Showtime jersey. How cool was that?
I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so cool. And then something else that I loved was the fact that he was wearing Kobe's too on top of that, which is just awesome because everyone, always says there's this little Kobe-LeBron rivalry, and they've both been quick to shut down any sort of rivalry. But to see him have the new jersey on and then to have those Kobe's on, he is such a savage. I loved it.
I said it's going to take some getting used to. Like, it didn't look quite right. I guess I don't want to say it didn't look right, but it was just odd seeing LeBron in a Lakers. We're so used to seeing him in a Miami Heat jersey or a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey, but still seeing him in that Lakers jersey for the first time, it was pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It's exciting, and it made me feel like, hey, here we are. It's barely into August. Can we just start the season already? Like, I am ready for it.
I am so ready for this season. Every day I have to pinch myself because I'm like, I can't believe LeBron is a Laker. And it feels like it's August. We still have 2 more months left, and I can't wait. But the season, the first couple games were just released today, so I know we have a lot to talk about because it's a pretty interesting first game schedule for the Lakers.
Yeah, let's get into that. We were talking about this. The basketball Twitter conversation was going on about the Lakers home opener, or the Lakers opening game, and where it would be. Almost everybody was thinking it was going to be at home and it was going to be against a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know a lot of people, I ran a poll on Twitter, a lot of people were hoping for that. They were hoping Paul George would get served up to an angry LA crowd in the opening game of the season. That's not happening. Some were saying maybe the Houston Rockets, since they're one of the top teams in the West. That's not happening. The Golden State Warriors, we knew that game was going to be on Christmas, so we knew that wasn't going to happen. Instead, we get the Lakers at the Blazers on the road to open the season, the Blazers being the third place team last season and then getting bounced in the first round of the playoffs in 4 straight games by the 6th seed New Orleans Pelicans. So this is not really a title contending Blazers team. This is a team that is pretty much the exact same as it was last season. They didn't make any major moves. Hannah, can you make heads or tails of this? Why would the Lakers be opening their season against the Blazers?
You know what, Trevor? The Blazers are the Lakers' kryptonite. Okay, we have not – the Blazers have beat us in 15 straight games, which is just – I don't know about you, but it's not okay with me. Whenever I find out we're playing the Blazers, it stings a little bit. And I think the last time the Lakers actually beat the Blazers was back in 2014 when Kobe and Damian Lillard went at it, when Damian Lillard was just a rookie. That was one of my favorite games, one of my favorite Kobe moments. So, even though the Portland Trail Blazers aren't necessarily a contender, they always give the Lakers a hard time. So it's going to be a pretty exciting game. And whenever we go and play in Portland, man, it is not easy to win there at all.
No, it's not. And as you mentioned, 15 straight, I think that's a lot of the frustration from this. Not only is it not this marquee opponent, but it's an opponent that could very well beat the Lakers. You want this Lakers team, to get off to a solid start. Playing in Portland is not the place to do it with 15 straight losses. It's going to be a real challenge. And this Portland team has chemistry. They've stayed together. Their team is pretty much intact from last season. But that got me thinking. The Lakers' biggest issue right now, or one of the biggest sort of blemishes on their record at the moment, is this 15-loss streak to the Blazers. If LeBron in his first game as a Laker can snap that, and I think he's got a decent shot at doing it. I think that's special. That means something. That provides a little bit more intrigue into opening night, doesn't it?
Oh, it's going to be really exciting if we can finally beat the Blazers. I know I'm going to be really excited for that game. But, the Lakers, their first 2 games are really tough because then on October 20th, they come back to LA and they play the Houston Rockets. And that's going to be a pretty tough game as well. So they're not opening the season, with these easy teams.
No, they're not at all. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I guess we should clarify, they're not even opening the season.
Oh no.
I was
Mm-mm.
shocked by this. They're not playing day one. They're not even playing day two. They're playing on the third day. The NBA season is kicking off on October 16th. They're playing on October 18th. I'm confused by what the NBA is doing here with that. I'm shocked that they would have LeBron not ready to go on opening night. I mean, I guess they figure the intrigue is going to be there whenever his first game in a Lakers jersey comes along. And hey, he can get into a nice duel with Damian Lillard, who's a superstar in his own right. You've got that 15-game losing streak that he can snap. Plus, we got to figure, Rajon Rondo being one of the new pieces on the Lakers and him and his Pelicans beating the Trailblazers. There's that whole level of intrigue as well. But still, this was not expected by the NBA at all. And I know a lot of Lakers fans aren't too pleased with the way this season is starting off.
No, and I'm not happy about it either. I don't want to have to wait 3 extra days. I mean, I'm
No.
counting down the seconds, and it's like it comes out today, and I'm like, are you serious? Now I have to wait 3 extra days to watch this team that I'm waiting for every second of every day. So, obviously the NBA wants to create this big hype, and everyone is so fired up to see LeBron James in his first game with the Lakers. So they had to push it back a little bit, but it is going to be a very popular game, and I'm sure everyone's so excited for it, but definitely frustrating. I don't want to have to wait. I feel like I've been waiting too long already.
I know. We're only in August, and I'm already just on pins and needles waiting for this season to start. Let's talk a little bit about that next game, the home opener.
Okay.
The first time LA fans have to see LeBron James in a game that counts, right? We're going to have opportunities to see him in preseason, but to see him in a game that counts is going to be a Saturday night, October 20th, taking on the Houston Rockets. What do you think? I love the matchup personally, but what do you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Rockets are a tough team, but the Lakers have played really tough in recent seasons. And actually, one of the highlights for me last season was when the Lakers beat Houston back in December when Kyle Kuzma went completely nuts for 38 points. So this is going to be an interesting game. I feel like we always play Houston in the first couple of games and for the last few years in the opening of our season. So it's definitely going to be an interesting game having James Harden come to the Staples Center. Whenever Chris Paul comes back in LA, it always stings a little bit. Now I think they're going to get, Carmelo Anthony. So it's going to be an interesting game, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's certainly two of the teams that are projected to be at the top of the West, and the Lakers will have a chance to really make their mark. If they can knock out the Houston Rockets in the second game of the season, I think they're going to raise some eyebrows, turn some heads, and people are going to be thinking, man, this young team could be a force to be reckoned with LeBron James. Moving ahead in the schedule, and by the way, we should mention that the full schedule is going to be released on Friday, so that's when we're going to find out like when the Lakers are going to play the Thunder and when some of these other games are going on. But we also found out that November 21st, we're going to see LeBron James go back to Cleveland for the one time this season. He's going to be playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers on November 21st. I'm anticipating sort of a ho-hum affair there. I don't think the Cleveland fans are going to have all that much venom for LeBron James. They did when he came back with Miami, but I think the tone's going to be a lot different this time around.
You think? See, I think it's going to be, I don't think they're going to be super excited for him to come back. I think it's going to be interesting to see how they react. I don't know. I think Cleveland, they do have that soft spot for LeBron James, but I don't know if the fans are going to be as welcoming to him as you're thinking they are. I think they're going to be a little hard feelings there. You don't think so?
No, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some, but I think the general feeling in Cleveland is that, hey, LeBron brought them a championship. And that was something that they didn't have for a long, long time. And so bringing them that championship, it was mission accomplished, and everything else after that was just gravy. So I think he will be welcomed back. But you're right. It'll be interesting to see. You never know. It could end up being a scenario where the fans do boo him. I'm not expecting to see any jersey burnings or anything like that.
Oh, no, definitely none of that. Definitely.
No.
Definitely no jersey burnings for sure.
Those just look bad to begin with. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Moving ahead. Christmas Day, LeBron James gets the Golden State Warriors for the 4th year in a row. So it's going to be Lakers versus Warriors on Christmas, and this one is going to be up in the Bay. I can't wait. I can't wait for this matchup. It's going to be so amazing to see these two teams going after each other. There's so many different layers to it. I mean, Luke Walton being a protege of Steve Kerr and trying to instill some similar plays and things like that as to what the Warriors run. I think it's going to be a really fun game. Golden State, they're a juggernaut. It's not going to be easy, but I'm excited for Christmas Day and opening up that game. And man, if the Lakers can pull off a victory, then it's going to be a very Merry Christmas indeed.
Oh, I'm definitely excited about that game to see Steph and LeBron be able to go at it. And then again, Luke coming back to the Bay Area. It's going to be very exciting, but I'm a little disappointed that it's not at Staples Center this year. I think a lot of fans are too. I think we're so accustomed to seeing the Lakers play on Christmas Day at Staples Center. It's going to be a little strange having them be on the road this year.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I saw some fans of other teams that were on Twitter that were lamenting Lakers fans that are complaining that they're playing on Christmas on the road when other teams are like begging to play. I saw the Toronto Raptors were really hoping to play on Christmas. Some other teams really want to play because they want that exposure, but the Lakers are going to be playing on Christmas no matter what, even if their team's not that good, which they have in years past. And so I guess maybe we're a little bit spoiled, but we don't really have room to complain if they're on the road one Christmas, I suppose.
That's true, and it's still going to be a heck of a game. So I know on my Christmas, I'm not doing anything besides watching that game. So I hope my family, I hope they know it's Golden State versus the Lakers. So
the Christmas Day belongs to the Lakers, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
Especially this year against Golden State. And the last game that we know about right now on the schedule is, again, taking on Golden State, but this time at the Staples Center. And this is on MLK Day, which is obviously a great day of basketball, watching tons of wonderful games on. But that game, the first time the Lakers are going to be taking on the Warriors at Staples, or at least as far as we know, it's going to be the first time they take them on. We'll find out when the full schedule gets released. But man, that's going to be exciting too. Welcoming the Golden State Warriors, the reigning champions, to Staples Center and see what the Lakers can pull off.
Oh, exactly. But I mean, Trevor, let's be honest. Are any games going to be boring this year? I mean, we have LeBron James. I think every single game is going to be pretty exciting. So I know the preseason starts September 30th against the Denver Nuggets, I believe. So I'm counting down the seconds to that. It's going to be a heck of a season. Every day I just have my calendar up and I'm just like scratching the days until it's September 30th.
The countdown is definitely on.
Right?
I know. I'm already missing Lakers basketball, so I can't wait till it comes back and we're seeing these teams go at it. Any other thoughts on the schedule that we've seen so far, or any of the developments, or LeBron and his Lakers jersey?
Well, I think LeBron in his Laker jersey was just the highlight for me today. I mean, that was just awesome.
Nobody was expecting it, and then boom, out of nowhere.
Oh, and he did like multiple Instagram stories too. It wasn't even just a one picture. It was him from the back, from the front, from the side. I mean, he was really pushing it. But I think he was filming something for like NBA 2K. So it was definitely a little bit of a trip, and it was kind of a pinch me moment. Like, oh wow, we actually have LeBron James. This is a real life situation right now. It was definitely really nice to see.
Yes, it definitely was. It was cool. And now the next step will be just seeing him actually out on the floor with the team, which is going to be super exciting. Well, Hannah, thanks for taking the time to hop on here, talk about these first games. When we record the full-length podcast, we'll have to break down the entire schedule. We can dig into all the different marquee matchups that we're going to see this next season.
Oh, yes, this is going to be such an amazing season. Thank you so much for having me on, Trevor. I'm so excited to come on and do more of these videos as well.
All right, that sounds great. And guys, make sure you head over to Twitter, follow Hannah at Hannah_Kulik. If you want to follow me, head over to Twitter and you can follow me at Trevor_Lane. And of course, make sure you head over to LakersNation.com for everything Lakers. Till next time, see ya.